Ghostrider is a CCI winning coaster located at Knott's Berry Farm in Boone Park, California. This ride was also retracked by GCI, so it's basically a mix of both. And today I will be reviewing this absolutely fantastic winning coaster. So first, let's start out with the statistics of the ride. Ghostrider reaches a top height of 118 feet. The drop is 108 feet. The ride reaches a top speed of 56 miles per hour. The ride has a track length of 4,533 feet. And the ride has a time duration of 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Alright, now let's talk about the ride itself. So Ghostrider is a ride throughout the day that I just started liking more and more, because my first ride on Ghostrider was a very big letdown. I rode it early in the morning, to be fair. It didn't feel that aggressive. Yeah, the pacing was good, but it felt like it had basically no airtime and the laterals weren't hitting. Then I rode it in the afternoon when it warmed up a bit, and it was much better then, but night rides, that's when you gotta ride it. Night ride is at its prime. That's when it runs the fastest. That's when you're just thrown out of your seat the whole time. The laterals hit the hardest at night. It just feels so much different at night than during the day. It feels like a completely different ride at night than it is during the day. So whenever you go to Knott's Berry Farm, just remember that. If you are disappointed by Ghostrider in the day, ride it at night and you will be impressed by it then, because it is a completely different experience. But now let's talk about other parts of the ride. So Ghostrider is a very, very long ride. The ride feels like it never ends, actually. You just go through the layout twice, it feels like, basically, because it's wraps around itself. The pacing on this ride is very, very good. Later in the day especially, it just flies through the whole layout. The laterals, as I said, when you ride it later in the day, when it's sped up mostly, the laterals hit so hard. They are great. One of the best coasters for laterals, in my opinion, actually, as well. The airtime on this ride, there's not as many moments as people say there is, or at least I didn't think there was as much, or at least I didn't think the airtime moments hit as hard as most people say. But there are some very good airtime moments on this ride. Mainly the hills towards the end give the best airtime. The drop is alright, and the first camelback delivers some good floater, but the final hills give some great flowjector and even ejector sometimes. But basically, Ghostrider is just a fantastic ride. I wouldn't have said it was a fantastic ride if I was basing this only off my morning ride. If that's the only ride I ever got on it, I would just think Ghostrider is a good ride, not fantastic or amazing. But the night ride just completely changed my mind completely on this ride. It is an absolutely incredible coaster that if you want to experience it at its prime, as I've said multiple times in this video, you have to ride it at night or you will be disappointed. Trust me. But overall, Ghostrider, just a phenomenal winning coaster, a phenomenal ride overall. It is the best coaster at Knott's Berry Farm. And yeah, now I think it's time we take a ride on Ghostrider. So first you climb to a top height of 118 feet, and then you dive down this 108-foot drop, where at the bottom of it you will reach your top speed of 56 miles per hour. You then go into this camelback, which delivers some very good floater airtime. During the day it doesn't hit that hard, but at night it hits hard. Right here you get some very good laterals. Even during the day the laterals hit very well on this spot, actually. Then you do this curve. If you're in the back row, you will get some good airtime on this drop, but any other row it's nothing special. Right here you get some good laterals also. And this is when the ride feels at its fastest. You're just flying through the layout on these valleys. It feels so fast. Right here, it's just a typical turnaround. The dive off this is actually very good in the back row. I'll say that. You do get some good airtime. And then right here, this is where it feels like the ride is going 90 miles per hour. You're going so fast. You just fly through this section of the ride. These are the flowjector and ejector airtime pops on the ride, in my opinion. Right here, you get some insane laterals. Even during the day, this moment hit, but at night, it hits way harder. And you go through a couple more hills at the end. These are mostly flowjector to ejector hills. But I'd say flowjector mainly. And then you go through this helix. This has some insane laterals. During the morning, it doesn't hit that hard, but at night, it hits so hard, this helix. So, and then you reach the end of the ride. So, yeah, Ghostrider is a absolutely phenomenal coaster. And that's why I'm giving Ghostrider a 10 out of 10. Now, if I only got my morning ride, Ghostrider would get like probably an 8.8. But that night ride on it, as I said, it just changes the ride completely. The laterals are just absolutely insane on this ride. Good airtime moments. The pacing is top notch. It feels so fast, the ride. Like, it feels like you're going 90 miles per hour through the layout, as I said when we were going over the POV a minute ago. But this ride is just overall phenomenal. The best coaster at Knott's Berry Farm. You have to ride it when you go to Knott's Berry Farm. It is just a phenomenal coaster. So yeah, that is my review on Ghostrider at Knott's Berry Farm. Make sure to like this video. Also subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.